So anyways, back to my dad and his McDonald's coffee. Again, what's this going to sound like? I don't know. I don't know what's going to sound like. I'm going to play it for you, and this is really him. You're going to hear Top Dog, that's what we call him, talking about McDonald's coffee. And yeah, here's what he really sounds like.
I love their coffee.
Yeah. So you're boycotting McDonald's?
Yeah, well, I love their coffee. In fact, it's the best coffee.
Right.
But they've gone to 2 drive-through lanes.
Yeah.
And so what happened is, timed it, that the lanes, the other day it took me 13 minutes to get my coffee through the drive-through.
Yeah.
And because even though they have 2 lanes, they don't process it as fast as they should. So from a customer point of view, it's actually taking longer. And I talked to them about that.
And what do you do when you talk to them? How have you talked to them?
Well, I called the 1-800 McDonald's number in Illinois, and they're very nice, and they I think they're generally concerned. But I've noticed this in a couple other. So now I go to McDonald's that have single lines, not.
So you're not, but you said you were boycotting.
Well, I'm not really boycotting. What I'm doing,
but you're boycotting the
double
dual
line,
lane.
Dual lanes. Yeah.
Dual lane McDonald's do not get your business.
Dual lane McDonald's don't get my business. I only go to single lane McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
And now because that one is not convenient for me, I'm not going as much as I used to.
That's adorable.
And do you have a favorite employee at the single lane McDonald's, like you did at the other one?
No, I haven't really cultivated.
That's not a joke. That's real. I love my dad, man. He is the fucking best. He really loves that coffee. All right.
Oh, this is my favorite. Are we doing my most favorite thing ever right now?
Yeah. If you listened last week, look, I don't even know really how this sounds. It sounds great through our headphones.
Yeah.
So I hope it sounds great through yours.
Okay.
But I played a little bit of a clip of when Christina and I were with my dad, Top Dog. Hey, buddy. How you doing, buddy? And, he loves McDonald's coffee. It is the best, okay? I love it, buddy. Nothing better. And we didn't play the whole clip, so I'm going to play the whole thing for you and just let you get a taste. This is my dad talking about McDonald's coffee and how much he loves it. And then he also talks about how he's boycotting some McDonald's. And we even get to ask him about, or Christina asked him about his favorite employee. So if he's ever had one. So this is that. It's brief, but it's very enjoyable.
I love their coffee.
Yeah.
So you're boycotting McDonald's?
Yeah, well, I love their coffee. In fact, it's the best coffee.
Right.
But they've gone to 2 drive-through lanes.
Yeah.
And so what happened is, timed it, that the lanes, the other day it took me 13 minutes to get my coffee through the drive-through.
Yeah.
And because even though they have 2 lanes, they don't process it as fast as they should. So from a customer point of view, it's actually taking longer. And I talked to them about that.
And what do you do when you talk to them? How have you talked to them?
Well, I called the 1-800 McDonald's number in Illinois, and they're very nice, and they I think they're generally concerned. But I've noticed this in a couple other. So now I go to McDonald's that have single lines, not.
So you're not, but you said you were boycotting.
Well, I'm not really boycotting. What I'm doing,
but you're boycotting the
double
dual
line.
lane.
Dual lanes. Yeah.
Dual lane McDonald's do not get your business.
Dual lane McDonald's don't get my business. I only go to single lane McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can we pause this for a
Sure,
moment?
yeah.
This is why I love Tom Segura's father, Top Dog, so much. Number one, Vietnam vet.
Yeah.
Marine.
Real deal.
Always has my heart. I love. He's a true patriot and a real American.
Absolutely. 100%.
And he's a solid citizen because he participates in the democracy of capitalism. Like, he's like, you know what? I don't like this. You guys promised me the service. You didn't do it. I'm going to sit down and write a letter. And that is so old school American.
Very community service based.
Oh, yeah.
Does a lot of charitable work.
Oh, yeah.
Philanthropist, donates a lot of his time to a lot of different charities.
Yeah.
He does the thing that like people talk about but they don't do, which is, he's like, give back.
He does.
You're supposed to give back.
But more importantly, he writes letters. And calls McDonald's and lets them know how shitty they are. And I love it.
Yeah.
It's so punk rock and it's so do it yourself. It's so DIY in a way.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know how punk rock that is. But sorry, I just had to interject because I love him so much.
No, here we go.
Now, because that one is not convenient for me, I'm not going as much as I used to.
That's adorable.
And do you have a favorite employee at the single lane McDonald's?
Here's this is where we're picking up from last week. So the first part
Okay.
there you heard, this is where we cut it off last week. And here's his answer to, do you have a favorite employee at this McDonald's?
Like you did at the other one?
No, I haven't really cultivated a favorite employee like I did. Amanda was my favorite employee at the
What did you like about her?
maximum efficiency. Okay.
That's another top
I
dog.
love it.
Maximum efficiency. Don't be a slacker.
He hates slackers.
Doesn't like slackers. Doesn't
Yeah.
like when you, not
That's
at
a
all.
real American, dude. Your dad's an
By the
old
way,
school American, and I love it.
Just to let you know, the way he handles my snoring if I'm in the same room as him, it's one of the most terrifying things in the world. Like he could
Yeah.
kill me in my sleep.
He's a Marine.
Right? And I'm thinking he could have a flashback and just be like, "There's fucking Charlie over the bunker." Like,
He does not.
but
He does not.
But here, what he does is, I've shared like hotel rooms with him,
Yeah.
and he'll be like, Tommy, and I'll be like, huh? What? He goes, snoring, and I'll be like, all right. Like, I mean, it's
But
literally-
he
it's out of your sleep.
yells really aggressively
Right,
to you.
right. So I'll be like, holy shit. So then it'll be like a second, he'll be like, Tommy, and I'll be like, yeah. He'll be like, you're still snoring. I'll be like, Dad, I'm fucking asleep, man. Like I'm sleeping right now, like. And then I'm like, okay, I'll go back to sleep. And then the third one will be his hand. Like, imagine you're in a deep slumber.
Yeah.
A hand on the middle of your chest that pushes a quick burst of like, of just like whatever, 215 pounds of just bam, like right. And he'll go, Tommy. I'll be like, holy shit, man. He'll be like, you're snoring. And I'll be like, fuck, you almost gave me a heart attack. And he'll be like, gotta knock that off.
Yeah.
Gotta stop snoring, buddy.
I'm going to slice your neck like I did the Viet Cong.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
No, she always got the order right the first time.
Yeah, it's big.
That's important.
And I've called her, and
You told her that?
I called the manager, and I called the McDonald's 800 number
To commend her for that?
Yes, and for her Christmas, I went to the drive-thru and gave her a $50 Christmas present.
Are you serious?
She's a single mother with multiple kids,
I'm a single mother.
so
I'm a single mother.
I am. I'm a mommy.
I know.
I'm a single
Well,
mommy.
I love Top Dog.
Yeah,
they
it
don't
was
they don't
good.
make Americans like your father anymore. They
Oh,
really do not.
Man, I know. He's
He-
he's the OG.
He's
Americana.
he's a solid citizen. You know
I
what's so
know.
great about Top Dog too is that he doesn't believe in like lounge wear.
Oh
Yeah?
yeah, that's the best, man.
Yeah.
My dad every day. Well, he wears a suit every day.
Yeah.
And then he wears at home he'll wear like khakis or what people would call slacks, right?
Yeah.
Pants.
Mm-hmm.
Pants and a button-down shirt and loafers, right, with socks, like
Mhm.
dress shoes. And like for years, I mean, as far back as I can remember, definitely from when I was like in my teens, when I was like hanging out at the house, I'd be like, "Hey man, don't you want to be comfortable?" And he'll go, "I am comfortable."
Yeah.
I'm like, "But don't you want to dress something that feels good to relax in?" He goes, "This does feel good to relax in."
It does feel good to him.
And he doesn't know loungewear. He doesn't do sweatpants,
No.
shorts, shit like that. He wears button like a collared shirt
Yes.
and pants.
And full khakis and like
Yeah.
however, one time he did say goodbye to me in Vero in
his underwear?
Florida in his underwear.
chonies.
Just chonies and
Yeah.
topless.
Yeah.
And he hugged me and I was like, okay, that's a little like this. There's only two forms of dress I've seen Top Dog in, and it's full khakis and button down or
Did
like
you feel
box.
threatened or weirded out by that?
A little,
You did?
because I've never touched Top Dog's naked
Yeah.
chest. Like,
Yeah.
not that it's not sexual, but it is
Right.
just like, oh, you're my father-in-law, and
Yeah. He's in his underwear.
I feel weird touching my own dad in his underwear.
Yeah.
Let alone my father-in-law.
That's interesting, man.
He's
I
wonderful.
gotta tell him to do that again. Now that we talked so lovingly about him, we have to
Yeah.
talk about what happened in the elevator, though.
Oh my God, I've blocked this out of my memory.
Look, this is
Oh my fuck.
just so you know, he knows.
Oh.
He knows we're gonna talk about this,
Right. We have clearance.
and we have clearance. And like, look, this is coming from. We obviously love the guy. I adore my father.
Of course.
but this is
Oh my God, dude.
this is what happened.
Buckle up, you guys. This one's real.
So my dad, I guess it makes sense now that I'm about to describe it, why we have a potty sense of humor. Is a lot of that comes from what you're raised around, right?
Well, my dad is total shit-centric. My mother was shit-centric. My stepdad. Everybody in my family thinks dumps are like the height of comedy.
Family is a split.
Okay.
My father is from that camp. He's from the camp of being...
Brown camp. Yeah.
My mother is absolutely not from that camp.
Well, your mother's a refined Peruvian lady.
Right.
She's a good Catholic.
She's all about class and you don't do gross things. My dad finds gross things to be humorous and hilarious.
Yeah.
That being said, we are at the hotel. We go down. We have a drink. We get something to eat, just to hold us over between lunch and dinner, right? Because there's a gap.
It was a weird time. It was like 5 o'clock or 4
so
o'clock.
we don't have dinner reservations for 4 more hours, and we're just hanging out with my folks. And then we are walking back from the hotel restaurant. We go to the elevator. We have coffee. My mom asked for coffee, bringing her up coffee. We get in the elevator.
Oh, my God.
We hit the floor number, and then what does my dad do?
He goes, "Hey, Christina, you ever pick your boogers?" And I was like, as a matter of fact, yes. When I was a kid, I loved picking my nose.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, I like to get the real squirrely ones. I like to get the real crunchers and the real, we're just joking. We're playing kids together, which is what we do with Top Dog because he's awesome." And then we're in the elevator and he goes, "You ever put a booger on one of the buttons?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah. And he's, just to make this clear, this has been a long-standing bit of his where he describes it, and the bit is he's like, "You know what I like to do? I like to put boogers on the lobby button, because that's the button that everybody has to push."
Yeah.
And then they put their finger on there,
which is timeless and funny.
And he goes, "I like to think about that everybody's touching it,"
which is hilarious.
Yeah. So I get it. It's an ongoing bit. It's never been executed. It's a theory. It's like a theory as a joke. He'll make the joke he'll put his finger up to his nose. Yeah. But there's no execution.
Well, guess what? We saw the execution.
Game, set, match was in that elevator where we're together, and I was like, what the fuck? He went in there, pulled out a real squirrely straggler, man.
A straggler.
Oof.
It was gluey.
Juicy and
can I tell you something?
Think about.
And I'm not real queasy when it comes to boogers.
Yeah.
But I couldn't look because this booger was humongous. It had a life of its own. It had a brain and a body. And he dug it out and he put it on the number 1.
Yeah.
I'll remember the number.
And you remember what I was like?
I couldn't look. I couldn't look.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I freaked for a lot of reasons. First of all, that he had done it. I was like, what? I didn't think you were really going to do it. Yeah. Then that he did it in front of you, took it to another level for me. But
he knows I'm down.
No, he knows your game. But it still was like an in-the-moment reaction. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyways,
wait, but you chastised him, and then he took it off.
Yeah, it was immediate. I mean, it didn't sit there. He took it off, but I was like, I was floored for a moment.
We both were, and I think because here's the thing with comedy and comedians is that you push the envelope, but you don't always really open it. You know what I mean? You don't slice it open with a knife. You just play with the envelope opening.
That's true.
And he sliced it open.
It's the bending, not breaking philosophy of it.
Correct.
You know,
he took it.
He took it and
took it to
like,
green.
I'm doing it. So I was in the room and I was just like, man, I was hanging out with them. This was actually before the McDonald's coffee thing. So that was McDonald's coffee was a later conversation. Next day or something. Yeah. So I went into the room, and you have to know this. So you have to know that my dad, like I said, is down with he plays ball.
Yeah.
And my mom has a reaction to anything gross that I don't understand why you're being gross, because it's really effective.
Well, which is also part of the fun of your mom, because when
it's part of the thrill.
It's the best part.
That's why I do burp in front of her. Yeah. And then because she gets so upset. She gets so upset.
I love her. I absolutely love her. She's fantastic. Yeah. And then when we're home, Tommy rips a huge belch. I laugh, and then what does she say?
Do it perfect for each other. And she also says, stop being disgusting. Why do you laugh? It's not funny.
And then she chastises you and me, and it's the best game ever.
So just to set this up, I was just talking to my dad, and I wanted to recap
what
happened. She was in the bathroom. She was in the bathroom of their hotel room.
I wasn't there for this.
Right,
just
you
so
weren't
guys
there for
know,
this.
yeah.
But I wasn't trying to include her. But this is actually a real moment. Her reaction is how
Yes.
she really reacts. It's totally real. Okay.
I can't wait.
Yesterday, what did you do in the elevator?
Put a big booger on the number one button, so this way I could spread germs out of my nose to all the residents of the hotel.
Why would you do that?
Because it's fun. It's fun.
It's what's that? See, right then, my mom had just said that's disgusting because she didn't know it had happened.
Yeah.
She didn't know anything about this.
We didn't rat
Right,
out
we didn't
Top
rat him
Dog.
out.
Yeah.
And I didn't rat him out then. I was just asking him, like, he's on one side of the room. she's in the
Yeah.
ba- I didn't think she was going to come out. So she just goes, that's disgusting.
I think this is disgusting.
What do you think is disgusting?
Are you taping this thing?
I'm recording it, yeah.
So your people know that your father is absolutely the most disgusting? I don't think this is funny. I don't know what to tell you.
What? It's, you know what he did, right? Did she know?
I just heard him say it.
Don't tell her?
Don't tell me.
She just say it.
You said it. I didn't tell
her.
You can spread it to everybody.
But I cleaned it off. I did clean it off.
That's not funny.
Wait a minute. Have you ever?
I don't think what is. No wonder why all the school is a classic.
Do you know what? Okay,
All
okay.
this,
She goes.
something's a classic. Oh, old school.
She goes.
Yeah.
No wonder old school
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
classic. And the reason that she said that was that in the hotel that day.
Yeah, we were watching old
we were
school
watching
with
old
her.
school,
Yeah.
and she goes, "What is this?" And I go, "Oh, it's a classic. Like
Yeah.
old school is a classic movie. It's a classic comedy."
Yeah, so funny.
And so, like, but it's one of those things where she would just like tune in for a second. Like she would see Will Ferrell running naked, and she go, "This is a classic." And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah. And then the next time would be like, just some other like, remember the wrestling where the where the old guy dies?
Yeah,
Remember where
Blue.
Blue falls over.
The KY wrestling.
Right, the KY wrestling. Like she sees that, she goes, "Classic, huh?" Classic. So
yeah.
then when
Yeah, that's the best.
when that's what she said. So no wonder old school is.
Yeah, she's no connection
None.
whatsoever to our sensibility.
Oh, she's so upset right here. It's hilarious. Okay, here's more.
Oh
of it.
my god.
Yeah, how many times have you done that?
Just once.
What? No, how many times have you really done that?
I've only just dreamed it up, but I never really did it till today.
You did it in front of your son and your daughter-in-law.
Go.
There you go. Okay, so that was
Yeah.
I was right. Like it really was. I mean, at least according to him, never executed before.
And we were witness to the very
Yeah,
first
yeah.
Booger on the number one dial.
Okay.
That is so. I like that he trusted us, though, babe. You
He did.
realize that your dad trusted us
Right.
to be like, I'm gonna unveil.
He knows we're because here's the thing, if that's in your head the whole time, he knows he can't do it in front of her.
Never.
He can't do it in front of my younger
No.
sister.
No.
Because my younger sister is just like my mom. And
Yeah.
finds gross shit gross.
Yeah.
And my older sister would be like, that's like she just would be like, Dad, what the fuck?
Yeah. She'd be okay with it. I
Right.
think more so than the younger one, but still.
Okay, here's
Oh
more.
my god, dude.
Did yesterday.
Did you feel any regret about doing that?
Well, I felt a lot of regret.
Did you think it was disgusting? No? It was so gross, man. It was so gross. It was so gross. Wait a minute. Please tell me how disgusting you think it is.
It's vomiting.
I was vomiting. Oh my god.
Okay.
Her disdain is the best.
Her
kind.
disdain makes me laugh
It's like-
harder than anything.
Her disdain is approval
Yeah.
because it's like it's so
Oh,
good when she hates what
fuck.
you're doing.
Yeah, that's the best, man.
I know.
That's probably
It's
why I
so
got
much
into comedy.
Is
that
her
di-
disapproval?
Her disdain makes me laugh.
You
so
like
hard.
that. You love pissing your mom off. Like that's your sport.
Yeah.
I just farted.
Yeah.
Oh, I should
Well,
have.
I love grossing her out. I love grossing her out where she gets frustrated with lights. That makes me laugh so hard.
Remember for a while you were like, Mom, today I took a shit and then would you say Dad took a shit in between my legs?
No, I would say she'd go like, how was like lunch with your father? I'd be like, it was great. You know what we did? we went to a restaurant, and it was really good. And then afterwards, we both went into the bathroom, and they only had one stall. So what happened was Dad sat down to take his shit, and she'd be like, "I don't want to hear it." I go, "No, you got to hear this." I'd be like, it's not what you think. And she'd be like, "What?" I'd be like, and then you know that space between your legs when you sit down? I sat down in that space and took a shit at the same time in between Dad's legs. And she would just fucking fall out.
Well, we used to call her. Remember, we would call her from the car.
Tell her shit stories.
And tell her, like, farting. And, like, and then what? Like, we would make it into a saga.
All right, hold on. Let's go back to this. We're not done with
it. There's more?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I've heard
God,
discussed.
It's so good.
Let's go back to that.
I could listen to this all day.
How disgusting you think it is?
It's vomiting.
Mom,
well, I wonder what he does in cruises.
In front of me and Christina.
I know, Tommy. This is so. I am about to vomit for real. I am not living with this man. This is just.
And then wiped it on the number one.
I know.
So that anybody that's going to the lobby touches
That's
the
not,
burger.
Tommy, how can you say this is funny for real, huh?
It's not that it's funny.
But then you stop him in that moment. He said, I don't know what you guys belong to. But this is not my family. I'm not kidding you. This is not funny. I wish I can laugh. I don't see the joke. This is absolutely.
I believe you.
I wish I can laugh. It doesn't make me smile.
Oh, you guys are the best. That's the whole clip.
Yeah, she
Holy
can't feel the joke.
But see, that for me. I mean, everybody has some type of person they want to go to like sharing that with her and getting that reaction out of her is. There's nothing better in the world.
So good.
Oh my God.
She's so good to mess with like that.
That was genuine. I was dying.
Dying. Her disdain is real.
And my laughing was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was fucking dying, man.
I love when you laugh that hard. Like when you do that. Is it Dastardly Dog? That old cartoon.
That's what you guys say. I was gonna pass out.
When you get to that where you wheeze.
Yeah.
That makes me so happy.
Oh man. Okay.
Is that
so
it?
good.
Is that all?
No, I was thinking that.
I love it so much.
You want to play the other clip?
Which one?
I talked to my dad about wiping.
Please, are you kidding me? Is this your mom's house or is this your mom's house?
So, I've told you guys before when I talked to Top Dog about wiping, and he was just like pushing too hard, buddy.
He's the Yoda of wipes.
Yeah. Here's what he got to say. One of the things we've talked about on our show is I told our listeners how you gave me great advice on how to wipe. Remember when I called you and I was like I just keep wiping, and you told me maybe you're wiping too hard and you're going in.
Right.
You remember that?
Yes, I do remember that. Right.
And what did you tell me?
You need to wipe down.
Wipe down.
Mm-hmm.
And also not push in.
Right, not to push in because it just drives it more in.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't understand. I don't understand because you can't wipe down. It'll get a shit on your balls.
I wasn't even paying attention to what he was saying. Right then, my mom, did you hear her? She cuts us off. She's like, oh. She's so upset. She's so upset. Because she was in the other room. And she heard us talking about wiping.
Wait, is this after the booger?
Yeah.
So did she excuse herself from the room and then she came and then she overheard the addendum to the booger chat? And that's why she's outraged at this point.
What the fuck is going on?
So she walks away and then she comes back to the wiping dialogue.
Yeah. You can hear her.
She has to lose her mind,
okay.
yeah.
One.
Oh, poor lady.
Geez.
My poor
Drives it
mother-in-law.
more in.
Yeah.
Can you just stop me for a second? Let me just say one thing.
Yeah.
What is your career? Huh? What is your profession? Because I want you to say how do you like to be portrayed?
What did she say? What is your
Not
profession?
allowed to be disgusting.
Yeah.
No.
And I hope this gives you pride. I am so disgusting.
I just do this
You
with
will
Tommy.
your wife love for sure.
Okay. So now what happened now if you wipe too hard, like
You get dingleberries.
well, not just that, but you can be pushing into your butthole.
That's right. Right.
And that's why it was always brown every time.
Right. Exactly.
Wipe a little softer.
Right. That's right. Right.
Do you have any wiping advice for our... She just said, this is actually sad.
Wait, what did she say before? She's like, you and your... Did she say something about you and me together? Or what is your career?
Yeah, all that. Everything. Yeah.
What is... I don't understand what your career is
like,
shitting or
she's,
something?
No, she's just like, why are you having this basically low brow conversation if you're a respectable person in society?
Oh, I see. Okay.
You understand?
Okay, I see.
Okay.
Well, so that is a good question, actually. I think your mom's spot on about us so far. Go ahead.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
she said, this is actually sad.
I'm helping my son with his comedy career.
This is my comedy career. That's the best line of the whole thing. Is that this sums up our career?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know
shit.
about you, but
Shit stuff.
that new hour is probably brown.
There's a lot of brown in that hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
That
the
might
listeners
be,
love.
That might be what the album is called. The Brown Hour.
Paint it brown.
Paint it brown.
Like the Rolling Stones song.
This is an
Paint It
hour
Black.
of brown. Yeah.
The Hour of Brown. That's not a bad title.
Jesus.
Oh, it's so funny.
Good luck in your comedy career, she said. What? Do you have any other wiping advice? There's a lot of guys that listen to our show.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of young guys, and yeah, just so you guys know, I'm totally looking out for you.
Yeah.
I'm asking Yoda of the Yoda of wiping some advice. So this is what he's got to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have a lot more experience than we do.
Well, lately I've been using these medicated pads. The wipes people use to clean like their countertops.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
They also good for that because they have antibacterial.
Really?
So I take
Doesn't it like have like ammonia or something in it?
But industrial strength.
Are you serious? You wipe with countertop wipes? Are you serious? That can't be healthy. That can't be What the fuck?
I saw it in the bathroom.
What?
I pick it up, put it back in the kitchen, he took it back, and I said, why is this in the vacuum? He says, I use it to wipe myself. I said, this is to clean the counter. It's ammonia. I know, baby, it works.
That can't be good for you. To put in your
I don't
poto?
use it. He uses it himself.
Are you sure that's healthy? Kills all the bugs. How many bugs do you have in
I
there?
haven't had any butthole itch for months now.
I'm not buying this.
Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. Oh my god. Oh. Okay.
My face hurts.
Oh man.
My face
My dad
hurts.
wipes his ass with countertop.
I'm gonna throw up. I can't
Oh,
handle
man.
it. I can't handle. What do you think? Which ones? He said the red ones. He goes the red ones.
They are for wiping counters. Like that's for grease, like shit that's like stuck. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
can't wipe it
like
off.
there's 409.
My dad's face 409 in his ass.
I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't. Do you know I forgot this when we drove home? I was laughing and then I forgot, and now I'm
We
remembering
played this
it.
in the car through the what is it?
There-
The USB connection thing in the car.
Not USB
You know what I'm talking
for the
about.
iPod.
That thing.
The cord.
Yeah, we played it in our speakers. I almost crashed.
Oh my god. He's using fucking like industrial strength
cleaners
Yeah.
in his asshole.
for your stove and shit in his butt.
For shit.
That's crazy.
Like they're like, you know that thing you can't get clean with water and regular sprays?
Yeah.
Try this super pad. He's like, I'm gonna put that in my ass.
There's chemicals.
But of course there's chemicals.
There's like bleach
But
and
you already
ammonia.
said, he's like no more itch. And I go, okay,
No
itch.
more itch.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. But the itch comes from brown residue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bacteria.
Okay, so he's saying like
It's killing it, man. And you know what?
I can't believe it.
Here's your mom's house challenge. Go get some
do
industrial
not
strength
advocate this to our listeners.
countertop wipes.
We can't. We're going to be held liable if someone
And-
hurts themselves.
Really?
we're advocating people use these.
You guys shouldn't do that.
No.
I mean,
Look,
unless you want to do it.
I went to law school for 2 whole weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, that's an inherently bad idea.
All right.
I didn't learn much, but I'm pretty sure we can't tell people to do that, babe. But secretly, I do want to know if it works. If you've done it before, can you let us know if that's effective?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a good way to do it.
Wait, he said the red ones, Tommy. I use the red ones.
I didn't hear that.
I thought he said that, the red container.
Well,
I wonder what the red container
if anybody
is.
actually, that's a better way. If anyone else has done that, please write us. Go to yourmamashousepodcast.com and send us an email and let us know. Or if you've wiped with any other, like, an experimental.
Industrial.
Or no, anything anything that's out
like
of the ordinary.
Febreze? Not a Febreze. You know you put on the mop?
Like yeah.
They smell real good?
Yeah, if you tried that. Anything out of the ordinary, let us know if you've tried it.
Swiffer.
A Swiffer,
Dude,
yeah.
why doesn't your dad use Swiffers?
I think he already found his go-to, man. I think he's done.
jam?
Yeah.
And then, you know, when you're so proud of yourself, you're
Sure.
like, I got to tell the world. I called my dad, and he was like, that's great. Good for you. He's like, I haven't had a shit like that in a while.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, he's like, feels good to shit. Feels good to take a piss. I'm like,
Isn't that awesome?
yeah, dad's the
Grown
best.
men know. And that brings us
That's right.
to what you've all been at. You guys have hit us up so much. You're asking for more Top Dog. Everybody's like, let's get more Top Dog. We love Top Dog. So from us to you, here's a little
Happy early
Top Dog,
Christmas,
all
you
right? Here's
guys.
a little Top Dog segment.
I haven't had any butthole itch for a month now.
You
need to wipe down. You need to wipe down. You need to wipe down. You need to wipe down.
All right, so that's how you know it's time for Top Dog. And here's what I did. I called Top Dog a couple weeks ago. I was about to do a show. Just wanted to shoot the shit with him and, see what's on his mind. And, yeah, so what did I just do? Okay, so here's a little segment of me and Tautog on the phone.
Hello?
I hope you understand it.
Dad, all day. You ever have one of those days where you just fart all day? You just can't.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me set this up real quick. I use this phone recording thing, and for some reason, even though the recorder was on my end, it's like an app for the iPhone. He comes in clearly, and I sound a little muffled.
Okay.
I just want to put that out there and let you know that if that is going to bother you, I want you to know that you can go fuck yourself.
Go ahead and
And
cry into your diaper, baby.
I don't care, and that's I just want you to let you know that. And I also
Go fuck yourself.
wanted you to know that
Scum pussies. the
later
filth.
on I found out there's like a higher version, audio version that I can use. So the next one will hopefully I won't sound this muffled. I started this off by asking my dad, do you ever have one of those days where you just fart a lot?
Dad, all day. You ever have one of those days where you just fart all day? You just can't.
Yes, I've had days like that.
Don't you love how sincere he is? He's so sincere. He's like, I have had days like that, buddy. I do know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I had it, I had one, and, I
You
went
turn
to the
that
other...
down? You turn down the background?
This is my life, by the way, with my father. Every phone call, every time I ever, or even if he calls me,
Yeah.
there's a full volume television in the background, and I go, can you please turn that down? Every time.
What's he watching? American Idol?
It's always whatever. It's news. It's a game. He's like, oh, yeah, hold on a second, buddy.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. I went to John the other day, and I had like 3 false alarms. I thought I was going to do a dump, and what I had was these big kind of like gas bombs.
Yeah.
He went to John's.
To the John. He meant to say,
oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing came out.
It's kind of relieving, but it's disappointing at the same time, right?
Yeah, as much as I enjoy taking a shit, which I really do, it's at my age, it's almost like a sexual experience. And then you have, and you go, oh shoot,
What?
That was him expressing, oh, shoot, is the expressing disappointment.
That he didn't
I
take a
didn't.
shit.
I didn't realize it right then. Actually, in conversation, I thought he was saying, "Oh shoot," in the moment
Right.
about something that just happened.
Yeah, me too.
That no, he was actually saying like, when you go to take a shit and nothing comes out, you go, oh, shoot.
I think he's right about that old guy thing. That's what my father was saying.
Yeah.
You got to take a good shit. You got to take a piss. It's wonderful. I'm like, all right, I guess.
Guys fucking really.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I think the older you get, you realize some of the best things are the simple things that we all do. Cleaning your ears out.
Oh, that feels so good.
Right? Getting a dry bug.
I love it.
Dragging it out, flicking it.
You're just thankful to be able to take a shit. I
Yeah.
guess.
And shit is such a relief. And you're like, oh,
It's
man.
the best, dude.
And then you have, and you go, oh, shoot.
See, he's just...
You know, and then you come back, and all of a sudden you feel that urge again. And, you know, and you head down the hall, and then, of course, you hope nobody's in the other stall there. But I had the other day, I had like 3 false alarms.
Oh, I hate that. I hate shitting on a plane. I had to sit on a plane today.
Oh, I hate shitting on planes. Yeah.
Who doesn't?
He's really on board with this idea, too. I love it.
Yeah.
I do. I don't know what it is. It's the confinement.
Yeah.
It's the confinement, and they really don't have very good, let's face it, the toilet paper on planes is not really, it's not big league stuff.
No.
You know, you almost feel like taking your own roll in your carry-on luggage and going up in there and using some of that good Charmin.
He's got a point.
He's got a real good point, man. And I would not be. I hope you guys start bringing that good Charmin, as my dad says, on flights with you. Pull that out. Pull out that roll and be like, I'm going to take a shit.
And you can.
You can't.
They'll let you do it.
Nobody can tell you no.
No.
What will happen is some people will see you leaving the bathroom and they'll be like, did you just take that toilet paper out of the bathroom? And you'll be like, no, this is my own. Mm-hmm. I brought this.
It's like when we bring, I just farted.
Ugh.
It's like when we bring Tapatio to the taco stand.
Yeah.
And then the other patrons are like, can I borrow your Tapatio? I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck no.
No, you cannot.
I brought this shit from home, bitch.
Mhm. Fuck yourself.
I
Fuck
like
your
that.
mother.
It is confining. I've shit on a plane only
shitting on
once.
planes.
Once.
Oh, really? I've done it a few times.
Oh, it's so uncomfortable.
Believe me, I only do it when there's no other option.
Yeah.
The worst is, I'll tell you, the worst planes to shit on are regional jets.
The tiny ones.
I did Salt Lake to Denver. It's an hour flight. So it's like, I can hold this an hour, right? And then you get the realization, no, you can't. It's one of those doors that barely shuts.
Oh,
and like you pull your
the
legs.
accordion door. Oh, it's the worst.
And then
doesn't lock.
Your knee hits the door. And you're like, fuck, I can barely fit in this thing.
Yep.
All right, more Top Dog.
He's so good.
Is that what you like? Nick Charmin?
Well, I like the double ply Charmin.
Yeah.
You know, because your fingers don't go through it like they can with the single ply.
Yeah.
You know, so this way.
Yeah, your finger doesn't go through the paper you're talking about, right?
On the double ply, no. It you know, so you don't have to worry about it. This way, if you forget you wash your hands, you really don't have to worry about it.
If you don't.
But with the single ply, you really kind of have to wash your hands.
That's such a time waster, right?
He's really opposed to washing his hands.
Do you hate washing your hands after you take a shit?
Well, I wash my hands if other people are in the restroom because I want them to think I'm, you know, civilized.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I don't. You know, if I'm in a hurry, I don't. But I did today, I think, but not every time.
What happened today when you said you went, or was it today or yesterday? You went to Mass?
It was yesterday. I don't know if I ate something, but I was, I was really gassy yesterday. Oh, gosh.
Right.
But,
so what happened? Tell me the story.
Well, you know, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I feel that urge, so I head down the hall, go in there, you know, drop my jars, and waiting for something, and all of a sudden...
I thought you said that the door was locked. You had to go use another one.
That was 2 days ago.
Okay, this is my favorite part, is that he's got so many shit stories that he had told me one, and then he's actually telling me another one, and I have to actually put him back on track and
blending together.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought you said. He goes, oh, that was 2 days ago. Never. This is a different story.
Look at you, shit detective.
Yeah,
getting your facts straight.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that was terrible. So I'm downstairs. I'm running behind schedule in the morning. And so all of a sudden, as I'm getting out of the car, I feel the urge. I got to take it down. So I'm at my office, but I'm outside my office in the parking lot.
Okay. When you feel
So
right away, I got to
right, yeah, I got to go. So I make a beeline for the downstairs bathroom. And it's a one-staller, handicapped, of course, stall. And somebody's in there.
Wait,
so then I have
Wait. You panic?
Well, I'm sitting there squeezing my cheeks, okay? And I turn around and have to take the elevator. I can't walk up the stairs to the second floor because I'm afraid it might blast out. So I'm waiting for the elevator.
Isn't this amazing?
That's
It's like your story of today.
Yes, it's like Top Dog and I are soulmates.
And the thing is, you didn't hear this.
No.
The listeners don't know.
No.
She had never heard this.
This is my first time hearing this audio.
Yeah.
I had no idea that Top Dog
the content or anything.
We're leading parallel lives right now.
Absolutely. See, the thing is, when the people that complain about brown, let me tell you something. Brown is universal.
It is. Everybody browns.
Everybody browns.
Yeah, I can't believe Top Dog has to clench his cheek. Do you think you fit? Because I pictured him physically using his hands to mash his cheeks
I've
shut.
seen him. He waddles. He waddles like a penguin. He's like, oh, I gotta go. Move. Yeah.
That's what I do too.
Oh man. Oh, okay.
It might blast out, so I'm waiting for the elevator, squeezing my cheeks.
Right.
And then the elevator comes. I open up go to the upstairs bathroom, which is a two-staller.
Okay.
And I am squeezing as hard as I can. But then you got to turn around, undo your belt, and then you got when you wear suit pants, you got that other button in there, and I could feel it start to come out.
Really, it was coming out.
Yeah, and so I got those pants down, sat on there, and just bombs away. Okay.
Oh my God.
And then I get out my toilet paper. You know how you take the first wipe just to see how much is there, how many?
Yeah, totally.
And I said, oh God, this is going to be like a whole roll of toilet paper.
So it was a mess.
Oh, it's a mess. So I'm sitting there. I'm just not. I mean, I'm on my fourth wipe, and I still got a long way to go. So then I stood up and I went out. I went out to the in the bathroom there, and of course I got my underwear down around my ankles, and I grab a couple.
You walk to the sink like that?
Yeah.
Do you understand what he did?
Oh my God.
Do you know what he did in a public restroom?
Yeah.
He went from the stall.
Yeah.
With his pants and his underwear down by his ankles, walked out to the sink to wet some paper.
Yeah.
So anybody could have walked in. It was a 2-stall bathroom and seen my dad dick and balls out, underwear around his ankles, just being like, I'm just wetting some paper. I got a white, got a real messy one here.
But for some reason, if you walked in on Top Dog doing that, you'd be like, all right, man.
No, you'd get it. Yeah,
it wouldn't even faze me. I'd be like,
yeah, he's
you got to
like,
do that.
Real messy in here. Yeah, totally.
Because I hadn't finished cleaning. So I got a couple of those towels, those paper towels, and I wetted them up. And then I cleaned off. And then, of course, you want to make sure you had black underwear on.
This is crazy.
You don't know whether you got any.
This is so crazy. I'm just preparing you if you're like of, an uneasy stomach, if you can't handle extremes, real shit, real talk.
Real brown talk.
You might want to tune out with what he's about to say.
Stuff on your underwear.
Yeah.
So I kind of bent over and sniffed my underwear, and it was clean, so it was good to go.
You really sniffed your underwear?
Sure, because I wanted to make sure if I got any. I couldn't tell because there was black underwear on.
Oh my God.
Usually, if it's white underwear, you can see whether you got something on it.
Oh.
How often do you do that? How often do you smell your underwear?
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I forget because a lot of my underwear I just kind of throw on the floor of the house.
Yeah.
So sometimes I don't really do that very much. I really don't do that very much because I had with black underwear, you can tell with white underwear whether you got any sunset in the pants, so to speak.
You see that brown.
But you can't. This is the trouble with black underwear.
Yeah.
That is.
So this was a big load that you let off, though, it sounds like, huh?
Oh, yeah, it was. It was breakfast.
Now,
and lunch.
what would have happened? What would have happened? Let's say you had gone to the second bathroom and the door was locked. What would have happened then?
it could have been ugly.
You would have shit your pants?
Ooh.
I don't think I could have held it. I think it would have been, yeah. It actually happened in the Orlando airport once.
You shit your pants?
A little bit, yeah.
That actually happened in the Orlando airport.
He said it like a war story.
Yeah.
I love it.
Like in Hanoi.
He was like, yeah, that actually has happened one time before.
At the Orlando airport.
And I go, you shit your pants? He goes, a little bit, yeah.
Does your mom do his laundry?
Yeah.
Dude, she has to see the skitter.
She sees a lot of brown and yellow, for sure.
Oh, dude, that's so fucked up.
Yeah.
No wonder she probably buys him the black ones because she's like, I cannot look at your white.
Hey, you're brown, yellow.
Yeah.
I think it would have been, yeah. It actually happened in the Orlando airport once.
You shit your pants?
A little bit, yeah. And then I had to get on the airplane.
Oh.
You know, and I had this little...
Where did you shit your pants? Like,
well, in the Orlando airport. And so what I had to do...
what were you... Yeah,
so I had to take... Well, I mean, I was, you know, just had to go. I couldn't get there in time. That little bit. So what I had to do in the stall, this is true. I mean, I had to take my underwear off to clean up, and I had to put, you know, so I had to fly with no underwear.
Oh, my God.
That's not fun.
And, I did. I had a little bit of a stain in my khaki slacks, but I had no other, you know, I checked my luggage. So, you know, I was thinking the poor person that sat in my seat after I sat in it, you know, had no idea what they were in for.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
my God.
Jesus. I think I'll save the next story for our next episode. Does that sound
Please.
all right?
I think that was a lot of brown talk. We managed
That
to go
was.
an hour 15 without any, and then
you got a bunch of brown there. So
that was great.
if the brown really bothers you, sorry about that.
You know what they call Tommy?
What's that?
Your dad calls you the king of all dumps.
King of the dumps, yeah.
And the first time I ever came home with you to Vero Beach to Florida, and I remember your dad was so proud of you about what a good shitter you were.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, wow, this is the guy I'm probably going to marry.
You think so, really?
You and I are kindred spirits.
You really thought so?
Yeah, just because I like that you guys, because in my family, pooping is it's a big funny thing, too.
Yeah, it's part of life. It's part of love. It's part of it all, you know? I mean, what's the, what's the problem?
What's the drama, Mama?
Yeah, let's just fucking have it out. Let's, you know.
That was really funny, babe. I'm glad you did that.
All right,
Maybe
guys.
that'll start.
Here's what time it is. You know, we're already on the topic.
I haven't had any butthole itch for a month now.
You need to wipe down. You need to wipe down. You need to wipe down. You need to wipe down.
All right. So
It's wrong. You're not supposed to wipe down. Just so listeners know.
yeah,
You know that's wrong, right?
don't ever correct Top
You're
Dog.
never supposed to wipe down. You're never
Last week,
especially if you're a girl.
last week we did a lot. We did a phone call that I had with Top Dog.
Yep.
And I left you right before. Well, there's not much of it left, but it's probably the best part is what's left.
I'm
Top
so
Dog went
excited.
into some pretty wild shit on this call. If you haven't listened to it, it is episode 45. We can't play it all back now; it's too much. But there's a lot of gold in there. So a lot of brown gold is in there. And
Lord.
yeah, everybody get on the brown train. Let's see. I think this is about where we left off. Let me see.
Sat in my seat after I sat in it. You know, had no idea what they were in for.
He was telling.
What is this now?
He was talking about when he.
The Orlando airport.
Yeah, he shit himself out there, and then he didn't have any underwear, and it still was on his pants.
No, God. Yeah, you got some really smelly dumps, too, man.
Oh, but the all-time record.
See, this is the right.
The Orlando
So,
airport.
I was just, making the observation that he really does have some smelly dumps. He goes into the fact. He just launches into a memory. Okay, I'll just let it play.
Too, man.
Oh, but the all-time record, 1986, Miami, Florida. You were just a little kid then. We were down there.
You remember that shit?
Oh, yes, my all-time biggest one.
He remembers it like a
1984?
1986. We took the whole family. You were just a little kid, 3 years old.
Okay, by the way, 1986. 3 years old, he said I was. I was born in 79. Just giving you
He's thinking of somebody
heads
else.
Up. Heads up, I was 7.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Before we go any further?
Yeah.
Your father has told me this story probably 5 times already.
Has he really?
Oh, I know it. I know it. He tells me this every time I see him in Florida. No,
don't.
I'm not going to give it away. It's fantastic.
What in the fuck? He's told you this 5 times?
Dude, the first time I met him, he told me the story.
He's the best.
I know.
How awesome
That's
is
why
that?
we're married.
God.
We took the whole family. You were just a little kid, 3 years old.
7.
We're driving. We rented a car. We were down in Bell Harbor. We were staying there, Miami Beach, and we were, I don't know, and I had to go. And I still, to this day, remember that.
Remember that shit?
Oh, my God.
What did you eat, you think, that triggered?
Well, I think it was the fact that we were flying, driving, you know, doing all the family meals on the road kind of stuff, sitting in the car, you know, so it kind of just built up in there. And then it just, when it was time, it was time.
Travel days do that to me.
Travel does that. You know, I mean, I'm as regular as clockwork. I mean,
when it was time, it was time. That's
You know,
it's an elegant way of putting that.
It is. He recollected this story like it was a Vietnam
Fondly,
tale.
very much so. Yeah.
Me and the guys were in Hanoi.
Yeah.
Travel does that. You know, I mean, I'm as regular as clockwork. I mean, you know, I'm like an atomic clock in the morning. I know exactly 8:15.
What time do you usually shit in the morning?
8:15. Oh, yeah, 8:15. Absolutely.
You seem pretty sure about that.
Well, it is. It's within, really, seriously, it's within a minute or two every morning. You can set your watch by the time I go. You really could.
So if I call you at 8:15 tomorrow, can we have a phone call while you're shitting?
Oh, yeah, we could do that. I could give you a blow-by-blow, white-by-white description.
Okay, all right, Dad. I got to get ready, man. I love you.
I love you, buddy. Bye.
Oh, he's
Okay,
so
bye.
sweet.
Oh man.
Wait, but he didn't tell the story in its entirety.
No. I mean, you know, we skipped around it, but we'll tell the story. If
Well,
you've heard it 5 times,
as I
Jesus,
recall-
I don't even remember it.
Well, as I recall, the whole family, you guys were driving.
Yeah.
And he said that he felt the tug. He felt it coming on, and he was frantic to find a toilet.
Oh yeah, he didn't get into that.
No, and he was frantic to find a place to shit. And then he pulled over, and I believe, and maybe this is just my wanting it to be this way, I believe it was a McDonald's bathroom that this
Really?
shit took place in.
Probably wasn't a dual lane.
No, I'm serious. Can we ask him to confirm that fact?
Absolutely. I'll get on him about this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a McDonald's. It was a public restroom, and he points that out because one time we had to pull over to go shit at a rest stop when we were coming back from a cruise.
Yeah.
And then he told me that story then when we were at a rest stop. He goes, you know, Christina, one time, back in 1986,
Really?
one time I had a shit so bad.
I love that he's told you this over and over.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love
Wow.
hearing these stories, though.
Wow.
Your father is...
You need to wipe down.
Well, that's
Such
fantastic. I
good
will
memory.
follow up. And guys, now you know if you listen, 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. If you're up and you want to just kind of look up at the stars or at the sun at that moment, you know that Top Dog's taking a dump.
Yep.
That's 5:15 Pacific Standard Time, 8:15 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Every
8:15.
single morning.
Now, wait a minute, though. 8:15, is he at the office yet?
Yeah.
So he's shitting at work at 8:15.
Yeah.
Wow.
He sure is.
He doesn't like to poop and then go.
Nope. So this is this is some audio that I recorded this weekend in the car, and I'm trying to get my dad to be gross and trying to get my mother to get upset.
Buckle up, Tompkins.
I want to do a thing tomorrow where they also don't know I'm recording them at this point. I tell them that I'm I'm going to record tomorrow, but I actually hit record on the thing. So this is them. Okay. I sit down and ask you guys questions. What do you want to talk about again? How to what?
You know how to roll them and pick them, and you know what I mean?
I don't think that's a show.
That's disgusting.
No, that is disgusting. I don't see
But
no-
everybody.
That's not going to be in Fanstone. That's going to just.
She obviously didn't hear the first two. I thought.
So right there, just to explain what's going on, I'm saying, what do you want to talk about when we do our interview tomorrow? And he said how to roll him and pick his nose. And my mom is saying
That's what he wants to talk
That's what he
about.
wants to talk about. He wants to talk about how to pick your
Well,
nose.
you missed the last few episodes, obviously. But Top Dog likes to pick his nose and then put the booger on the number 1 key in the elevator.
Look at his face.
I know. I wish we had the Ustream up at this point. Yeah. So that's prior. That's our background with Top Dog and booger picking.
Like a sociopath.
No, he's the best. Yeah, it's so great.
Because let me tell you something.
Control.
When I see stuff like that in life,
Yeah.
it bums me out
Yeah,
so hard.
sure.
Like first I get mad and then I get sad. It's like
Yeah.
when somebody spits gum in a urinal.
Yeah.
Like there's a trash can in the bathroom.
Right there.
Why do you have to do that?
Yeah.
Or like people like the gym, people leave shit in the cup holders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Just clean up after
Let's have a
yourself.
society.
Yeah.
But the weirdest thing is being in a men's room, because men are the worst.
Yeah.
And you'll see somebody's like picked their nose and wiped it on the wall.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to
yeah,
me.
yeah. Well, my dad's has always been. He's always said it like it's like an ongoing bit where he goes,
Right.
"What I like to, you know, what I like
It's
to
a
do.
joke,
I like
yeah.
to
It's
pick my
not-
nose and wipe it on the
hope
one
so.
so that everybody touches it, and we go, oh, that's really gross, and he's like, that's funny because he likes it as the concept.
The gross
But
out.
then,
All right, Top Dog.
when we were in an
I'll allow
elevator,
it.
we were in an elevator together. He did it,
Yeah.
and we were like, what the fuck? And then he wiped it off. We're like, why would you do that? And he was like, just thought it'd be funny. And we were like, you can't do
But
that.
here's the thing about Top Dog is that he actually is a very much a rule follower.
Oh yeah.
And he would never break any rules or, transgress.
This for him is
Right.
being
Yeah,
a
this
rascal.
is not-
He's,
Right.
being
He wiped the
rascally.
booger off
Yes.
at the end.
Right.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
But it
It's
was
more
still-
to...
He really did it just to get a reaction out of you.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
more
And
for the
it was
fun.
also new level. He had never I was like
That was
this
a
is-
first
yeah, I'd
timer,
never done
yeah.
that. So okay, this is where it's going. Okay. What do you think he should talk about tomorrow, Mom? Give him an idea.
Let me think about it.
What do you think of him talking about picking his nose?
No, that is disgusting. Absolutely no possibilities.
Can I ask you one thing?
Say,
How do you feel, honestly, because I've thought about this many times,
yeah.
about when Dad is
Yeah.
like laying in bed
Yeah.
and he farts and he puts his hand on his
Ah,
butt and then he smells it. Yeah.
And then he put it in his.
What do you think of that?
Disgusting too. What am I
No,
going
but
to?
Tommy, there's the kind when you roll them like this with the left is your thumb,
Yeah.
and then this finger, well, those ones that
I
are
mean, he does disgusting.
way up in there, and you have to get up there and you kind of push them.
Tom, please, that's enough. That's enough. I really can't stand this. And he still does the fart, and he still put the hand, and then he put the hand in, and he smell it. And I have never seen anything that disgusting.
I've never seen anybody do
I
that.
have never seen, and I never will, all of them before.
How many times do you think you've seen him do that?
Oh! 1,000,000 times more than what I wanted. And he keeps doing it. He keeps doing it. He goes like... And then,
She did an impression of it there because he will lay on the bed, fart in his hand, and then he prays his face, and I go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm just checking to see if I'm normal. Like I'm I'm taking the temperature right now."
Wait.
And I go, "Whoa."
Paul can't wrap his brain.
But I mean, has it ever been where he's gotten a bad reading where it's like,
Let's-
uh oh,
Yeah.
Let's get there. Let's find
Okay.
out. Let's
glad I
I
asked.
think he does that disgusting. He's eating to me. Have you ever seen anything like this? He eats, and he takes the food like this with his finger, take the hood, and then he eats it.
Eats. He eats what's between his teeth. She's saying.
Ew.
It's what's in his teeth.
Oh,
That is so gross.
Sitting to waste food.
oh.
But wait, why do you smell your fart? Why do you put your
Because I can
hand?
tell whether I'm going to get sick or not.
He says by the smell he knows that there is bacteria.
I know my own.
Why can it be in a
I
pill
know
if there's no
my own
bacteria?
butt smell, and it tells me whether I'm going to have a loose one or not. So I know what to prepare.
Do you really know?
Absolutely.
So you smell, and you go, "There's a loose one coming."
Absolutely.
What does it smell like?
Well, I can't
Don't
describe it.
me.
They just know it. Okay, it's an art form.
Fair enough.
Really?
Absolutely.
And then if you're regular, you know that too.
And
So
if
you
I know-
fart in
and,
the-
and have a certain smell, which means I'm going to have a hard stool, which means I'm not getting enough fiber.
Do you know that you broke it down like that, like a science?
Yeah, exactly.
You fart
Oh
into.
my God! Did you just fart?
No, it's a skunk. I didn't fart.
A skunk inside the car?
I did not fart. There's a skunk outside someplace.
Why don't you
I
put
didn't
your
fart.
hand under your butt to see if it's a skunk or not?
Do you realize that you cup your hand and you fart into your hand?
Yes.
This way I want to feel how. This way I can tell what I kind of score my gastrointestinal. It's true. I know my smells. I have about 6 different categories.
6?
Yeah.
What are they?
Well, there's the one that is going to be a sloppy joke on me, I can tell you right now. Okay. The other end of it, there's one that is...
Can we interrupt this?
Okay.
This is disgusting.
Okay, I'll tell you later, Tony.
Oh
We
my
got to
God.
get back to the hotel.
Oh my God!
This is disgusting. I can
Sloppy
live with
Joe.
him. And I live with him.
You have children with him?
I have children with him. Oh.
A sloppy Joe.
Wow. I've never been more on board with anybody than
My mother?
I am with your mother. I adore her, first of all. She is awesome.
How
She's
cute
very
is she?
cute. She's cute.
Oh,
Can I tell you
she's
that
hilarious.
I've actually walked in on Top Dog laying on the bed in his own bedroom watching football or something, and he'll be wearing just paper thin boxers, like the see-through paper thin, shirtless,
thin.
yeah, whisper thin, and
Like the kind you get at the supermarket boxers?
yeah,
Pretty much.
But
He's got
it's-
some old. He's got some 20,
Underwear's underwear.
25-year-old boxers. I've seen him.
But it's
Wow.
his bedroom.
Right,
So
it's
in
his-
his
there you go.
fairness, I walk in sometimes when Tommy and him are watching football together when we're home in Florida, and I'll see him do that. I've actually seen him fart, cup the fart, and then smell it and see and grade it and see what's happening. What's going on. It's horrendous.
This means we got to get the cameras hooked up because Paul's
I
face
know,
has
it's
been just
priceless.
amazing.
But I mean, so he does it. This is before. He uses this as an early warning system before he's feeling any other symptoms. Like,
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you feel sick, you feel sick. You
Right.
know what I mean? It's not like stuff out of nowhere. It's like, oh, I feel fine, and yet this is telling me otherwise.
I think at this point he's just it's just routine, or he just knows.
Yeah.
But like the best is when you don't. Like when, like in his bedroom, there's a seat, like a sofa, like single chair, a love seat, like a recliner, and next to the bed, and you can watch the TV, and I can just be watching TV, look over, and just see him lean, and like smell his hand, and then but not address, like just like, hey, like that's a normal thing. And I'll be like, what'd you just do? And he'll be like, what?
Yeah.
I'll be like, did you just fart in your hand?
It's a habit now.
He's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, you can't do that. And my mom just has the total disdain that you heard. That and by the way, I have for the next episode we have a 17-minute conversation involving Vietnam, killing, and a lot of the. I think
Top Dog was a Marine.
We got to get.
Oh, wow.
okay, I love you guys.
We pick you up tomorrow.
At
12.
Court.
Be right here.
okay. Yeah, sorry, that was the end of that. I just making sure.
But now here's the thing. Yeah. So he's trying to predict his bowel movements. But so what? Like, there's never been a situation in my life where that had started. I'm like, I am unprepared for this.
I don't know what.
He likes to
Where
be
am I
If
gonna
only
go?
I had known how this was going to turn out, I
Right.
would have planned differently.
Right. Yeah, because otherwise.
It's pretty much the same thing as
He doesn't
Right.
like
so
surprise.
the outcome's all the same.
Right.
He doesn't like surprise.
He doesn't.
He likes no, and then because
He likes certainty.
I did notice that he goes this way. I can prepare. It's like, prepare how? Like, you're still going to sit on the same thing.
Do you think he writes a letter to his loved ones?
I disagree because sometimes maybe he's preparing mentally, emotionally, spiritually.
There you go.
Maybe he needs to know: am I close enough to a restroom? Do I have to pull over? Like in '86, remember the Orlando
right.
airport incident?
Sorry.
Next stop, Brown Talk.
Sorry, just making sure.
Coming up.
So we just have to give. We have a warning system that listeners don't like when we just talk about Brown.
Some listeners
need to be
Crybabies.
warned about it.
Hold on a second. And you're just playing that now?
I know. I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
about it. I totally forgot.
You
to
knew
do
what
it.
that segment.
I know.
Like had recorded audio.
I know. I forgot to do it. So I feel bad.
Tricked you.
Totally feel bad about it.
Well, you should.
But anyways, that you got to experience Top Dog and Charo.
I'll say I did.
How'd you like that?
I liked it.
It was fun,
I like
right?
their dynamic.
In a previous episode, Top Dog told a story that he remembered his biggest shit ever was 1986 on a road trip. And Christina pointed out that he didn't give much detail. She remembered the story having much more detail.
He's told me the story a few times.
He's told you, just you.
Just me and him
Yeah.
hanging out. He's like,
Yeah.
Christina,
Christina,
the biggest
Christina.
shit I ever took. 1986.
Yeah.
We were in Florida. The kids were in the car.
Yeah.
And he likes to tell me.
I brought it up.
Okay, so did he fill in the gaps in the story?
Well, here you go.
Do your parents talk about shit too?
All day, every day.
Okay, so
That's
you
why
guys were born to be together.
I know.
Of the biggest dump ever. And she said, what?
The same topic?
The same topic? That's my mom.
Don't do this.
You barely hear it, but she said you have nothing else to talk about?
First of all,
She got a point.
She's horrified.
Yeah, this is her life.
I can't keep it together.
Her whole family talks about shit.
Yeah.
Shitting. In the 80s.
In the 80s.
it's not your last dump. I'm saying. He told a story about in 1986. No, he had the biggest dump of his life.
It was. I remember we went to stop to this gas station.
Okay. This is the part I wanted to say is that on the last interview I did with you, Christina said she remembered the story, that you had told her the story before, and that you left out some details. She swore it was in McDonald's.
No, the all-time granddaddy was Florida 1986 dump on the family vacation. Where? No, that was the one that.
Precision?
Oh, you wouldn't have believed it. Okay.
C-section? Is that what
I
you
didn't
said?
believe that much stuff could come out of a person. Oh gosh!
You got followers for this thing?
Literally, I had to flush before I wipe because I figured I don't think that the sewer system can handle it all at one point.
Mom, do you remember this?
This is the most disgusting conversation. And I don't want to be involved in this.
Ah, the poor woman. The poor woman.
Oh, God, it hurts.
She can't get out of this.
She can't get out. She's like, she goes, you have followers for this? I can't get it out.
So I was wrong. It was a gas station.
It was a gas station.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we were at a rest stop the last time he told me that story. We were coming back from something together.
Yeah.
And we were at a rest stop because he had to take a shit. And he's like, Christina, the biggest shit I ever took. And he like reminisces about this 1986 shit.
I'm sorry. I apologize for the audio. We were in a car. This was daytime. And we had the air conditioning on. I kept turning it off because I knew that the wind blowing would make noise. And he kept turning it up because he's like, "No, I'm not going to say it when it's hot."
Yeah,
so,
he can't be hot.
Yeah. So
he was in Vietnam.
That's
he
why
doesn't
you hear.
like it.
Yeah. Well, we get to that.
Oh,
God, do we get to that?
I can't
Hold on.
wait to hear this.
Okay.
Vietnam? What?
This is just... I saw an interview with that.
Wait, but you don't remember the trip he's talking about?
Thank God I wasn't involved.
You were. You were there. Yeah.
You were in the car watching the kids while I was in the bathroom. So you do have a minor role in this.
You got the decency, don't tell me.
You must have said something when you got to the car.
Take it. I wouldn't.
Oh, I didn't really get into the details because with all the kids in the cars.
No, and your wife don't respect for me.
I said, probably said something, boy, I'm glad we stopped there or something like that. But I remember that one. There's always certain things in life that you kind of remember. Like people talk about where they were when Kennedy got shot, okay?
Yeah.
And people talk about where they were when 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
I remember where I was when I took
1986.
1986.
So,
Florida, summer of 86.
Because Christina was saying that you left out details. You didn't leave them out?
No, I don't think there's any details. No, I mean,
And more details. Tell me. Talk about
think,
something else. What is going on with you guys?
I think.
Find a different topic.
No other details that I can think of.
So, was it solid or was it diarrhea?
Oh, come on.
Oh no, it was. This is what made it unusual. It wasn't diarrhea. It was the real story. This is. This is the real deal.
I have never ever been this disgusted in my life. I can't believe Tommy make an interview to you and you're totally proud talking about your dumps and how you remember vividly. And when Jen asked you, do you remember how old I was when I walked for first time? It was in the 1-ish, 2-ish. I can remember vividly. So you don't remember your kids, but you remember your dumps. It tells me a lot about you.
Oh, I think I'm gonna fucking die.
Oh my god.
That poor woman.
Oh my god.
She seriously was hurt by the end of it.
Oh.
Yeah, she was like, you don't remember your kids walking for the first time, but you remember the biggest dump you ever took.
This is my new diet. It's called the Top Dog Diet.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you feel like eating, you just listen to that story. Then you don't eat.
Yeah, it gets crazier.
He always likes to check on your dumps when we're home.
Oh yeah.
He'll be like, I gotta go, Tommy. Gotta go.
Yeah, how'd it go?
Double flusher.
Double flusher.
Yeah, he likes to make
Double
sure that you're shitting as much as he is.
Flusher.
It's
He loves
so
it.
funny. I got you the extra Charmin, buddy. Kind you like.
Holy shit. Okay.
How is this not like a reality show?
I
Like
know.
we just monitor Top Dog shits.
It's the best.
and
he would love to
and
talk
he goes
about it.
around and makes sure everyone's regular.
Yeah. That would be a show. Here's more.
Oh wow.
That was disgusting. No, Tommy, I can't believe you do this interview.
This is what people want to hear.
No.
Yeah.
You can talk about something else and people will enjoy to hear that.
What do you want me to talk
I'm
about?
people and I don't like to hear that.
What?
I'm people.
What do you want to talk about?
Something fun.
Well, that was fun.
No, that's disgusting.
How about, you said you had a thing you wanted to talk about, how you pick your nose.
Well, not with your mother here. No, actually, with Mom, we'll do this sometime.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm not going to get you on the
You'll
phone.
get me on the phone, but it bothers your
No,
mother.
it bothers.
It bothers her too much.
Well, just give me one.
No,
No,
Tommy,
no, it
please.
bothers her too much.
Come
You
on.
already talk disgusting.
no.
Mom, this is important.
No,
It
no,
is.
I know,
What do you mean?
but I can't. I have to have respect for your mother, Tommy.
You are respecting my mother.
No, she doesn't.
I don't
We'll do it.
I don't see humor
on the
in
phone
that.
sometime, okay?
I really don't.
Oh,
I know, Tommy, but I got.
you're killing me.
I know, but I gotta take care of your mother.
You said you have two techniques, one with your thumb
I'm trying to get
and
him.
one with your pinky. And people want to know this.
No problem.
Yeah, they do.
What? No, in front of you.
I got to, Tommy. I can't do it right now.
Can we talk about when you fart into your hand and you smell
No,
it?
we don't want to do that either. Okay?
Why?
Not now. Not now. We'll wait till we'll do the nose thing. I got that all worked out.
What about the fart thing?
That either? Okay, we'll do the nose thing next time your mother's not around. Okay.
Can we talk about killing people in war?
Sure. It's, yeah.
What? How many people do you think you killed?
Well, actually, directly, I probably, as an officer, you direct your troops in combat. So, directly, I would say none. Indirectly, when you call our artillery, or you direct your troops in combat. So, there's probably not that many, maybe 20 or 30.
20 or 30?
20 or 30 people.
I want you to know that all of us appreciate your service and thank you for what you did.
Thank you.
I am very proud of you for that.
And
You're proud of him for that.
I am very proud of you.
He's a Marine, always Semper Fi.
Yes.
this is horrible to say, but
Here we go,
when you're
guys.
in battle.
Buckle up.
And you're fighting the enemy, and you kill the enemy.
Yeah.
That is it's an experience that you can never describe to people.
Because it feels good
Oh, it feels great, because that's what you're trained to do,
to kill.
to kill. In Marine Corps particularly,
Feels great.
trained to kill. So anytime, I saw guys literally get excited because we want to get some. When they say we're going to get some, they don't mean we're
Why
going to get...
can they capture instead of killing?
Because...
She doesn't get it.
She's like, what? That's not nice. So she's always, shooting down whether it's farting or picking. Now he's talking about how fun it is to kill people in war. She's like, why not capture? You can capture them without killing them. Yeah.
they're trying to kill you, okay?
So wait, say that again. They said when we're going to get some,
It's not about going out and having a sexual experience. It's about
killing somebody.
killing somebody. And, of course, that's what war is about. War is, we have all these antiseptic things on TV about, search and destroy, and we overwhelm the enemy. War is about one thing and one thing only. Killing people. No way to soft pedal it. No way to say that it's, it's about killing people. And nobody does it better than the Marine Corps.
He's right about that.
Hell yeah.
God.
And you
Yeah.
had a great feeling when you're killing people.
When we kill people, we had a great
You
feeling.
really have a getting your a psychiatrist. The people who feel
Top dog.
He's right about that. The Marines are the best.
Feel like that. The people.
Well, you don't
really,
understand. I know, but that is when
and
you
that's
become.
why you watch 48 hours.
That's
and now you want
because
to buy it.
no, it's different. It's war. This when you're in a civilian mentality. Obviously, you care. It's like this poor fellow that got killed in Florida. That I feel bad for him and his family.
Yeah.
But in war, remember they,
I saw in war the idea is to capture the enemy, not get a feeling of killing.
No, war. The idea is to kill the enemy. Period. Capturing is a byproduct.
So you are not conquering anything. You're just having. You want to become
people.
a soldier so you can have the pleasure of
Now,
killing.
when you kill somebody, you're talking about when guys are like excited and like we're gonna get some. Is it like a euphoric feeling?
Yes,
it is. So
That's a euphoric.
like super excited, like there's no, like a sexual feeling almost. Like this is the best thing that could happen.
right.
So it is an amazing feeling.
For most guys. I mean, there's some that's not, but for the most guys. And of course, that's what you try to do. You need to motivate your troops. You need to motivate your troops
There you go.
to be aggressive.
Yep.
Yeah.
You need to motivate your troops to accomplish the mission. And
The mission is not killing. The mission,
the mission is
conquering.
killing. No, the mission is killing.
The mission is to kill.
The mission is to kill.
That's the mission?
Yeah.
That's the mission. The mission. Every one of our missions is to seek out and destroy, which is a fancy word, 6-letter word or 7-letter word for kill. Okay. And that's what we did. That's why they call it search and destroy. But what they really mean in war is to kill the enemy.
What do you think?
Do you feel like you're getting educated right now?
I love this shit.
Yeah?
Can I tell you that deep down inside, I'm real kind of hoorah. Like
Yeah?
I kind of like the Marines. I kind of
Good
like knowing
guys.
that there's guys like him who like killing, and then you know what I'm saying. Like there's a place in society. Like if you like to kill people, do
Yeah.
you like to kill people? Do you like to stab? Go join the Marine Corps. Like there's
Yeah.
a place for you in this world, and
It's
you can do
true.
it, and you can get rewarded for it, and they pay you to do it.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
that's
yeah,
a
because there
fantastic
are
thing.
always going to be people like that.
Right.
So it might as well.
Great. I'm glad he enjoys it. I think that's wonderful.
I like that that he's talking about the euphoric feeling. of
That's the
killing.
best. Yeah.
Well, it's a little foreign to me, but at least somebody admits it.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
that's obviously the attraction,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little more. Here, I'll
sure.
give you a little more.
I think it's fascinating.
Yeah, it's interesting. Top Dog doesn't just talk about wiping down. He talks
No.
about getting some, too.
Well, this is what they talk about when you come back to war and like life just isn't the same anymore.
Right.
So you need something disgusting
Yeah.
to fill your time with. Because like just going to the grocery store
not gonna happen.
and watching TV doesn't do it for you anymore.
Sure.
Top Dog wants to kill.
Yeah.
Like Travis Bickle. He can't.
And then this is my mom is like, I'm gonna get you a psychiatrist, and no wonder you love watching 48 Hours. She's talking about 48 Hour Mystery, which
Yeah.
is that it's a network show where they're like
Murdering
Yeah,
and
it's
shit.
like all of a sudden
You
he was
love that
dead.
crap too, though.
I love it
You
too.
love that.
Everybody loves that.
I don't. I can't watch it. I
She
get
doesn't like to watch
scared.
it, but she thinks it's because she
Yeah.
thinks he loves that because he just loves killing. Not that it's like an entertaining show or anything. Okay, here we go.
It's a popular show.
It's like Al Qaeda.
Disgusting.
You're disgusted.
Like you're trying to
I mean,
kill
we're
Al Qaeda.
human beings.
But
and
it's
you
different.
just tell me it's a sexual experience killing somebody. How can I have peace of mind to watch 40 hours? I want to show you one
No,
to
I'm
watch
talking
40
about
hours.
in
about
war.
killing.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
in
but
war.
then your mind becomes like, I might have this sexual experience by killing her too.
No, that's the way it works. That's the way it works. You don't feel
Because
that
your
way.
mind is trained
You don't feel that way for
for that
civilians.
experience.
And I want to point out too, this is something I'm very proud of.
Very proud of.
In my Vietnam experience, we went out of our way not to kill civilians.
Why? You just told me that's the pleasure.
Bad guys. The Viet Cong.
That's
and-
contradictory.
No, it's not.
No, he's saying.
Says-
Talk to the Viet Cong, which is the North Vietnamese. The guys were trying to kill us, but we went out of our way. In fact, I can give you 2 specific incidences where we could have killed the enemy, but because there were civilians nearby,
You did not.
we didn't pull the trigger. Okay?
So there's innocent bystanders, Mom.
We go out of our way to make sure the innocent bystanders are protected, and we did.
Now, can I ask you something, Mom?
Yes.
Do you really feel like Dad might kill you?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Well, number one, the only shows he watched with me is Dayline and 48 Hours.
Yeah, murder.
It's the only time he doesn't fall asleep wondering how did he kill her. Now he went into the, what is that, clay hunting?
Clay pigeons.
Clay pigeons.
Clay hunting.
He said, I just realized I'm really good at shooting. I was the best of the group. I got the most points. So I want to buy a gun. And I said, well, you already own 2 guns. This is a different one. This
Yeah,
one
you don't use pistols to shoot clay pigeons.
And you really think you're in danger?
Yes.
How come?
Because I feel like his mind can trigger at one point, you know. If I get rid of this one, my life will change.
And did you really think the time that Dad drove you down
Yes.
that he was going to kill you?
Yes.
So there's a famous story in our family where my mom one time they were on their way home. And my dad took a different route, and she called us and was like, "I think your father wanted to kill me tonight." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She is recounting that.
All this reminds me of is when they this whole conversation.
Yeah.
When they talk about whenever like gay marriage comes up, people always talk about like what the sanctity of marriage
Yeah.
and like preserving like modern marriage.
Sure.
This is just her being grossed out by shit.
Yeah.
And scared that she's gonna get killed.
Yeah.
That's what it is being married.
That's what it is.
Well, sometimes I feel that with you, Tommy.
What are you talking
Because,
You don't really feel
no,
like
no,
he's
no,
gonna
I
kill
do.
you.
No, but that there's a screw loose, a sociopathic screw because the other day, what movie was it that you realized what the funny part was?
No, I was watching. I was watching The Wire.
Okay.
Yeah, but what about that movie you watched where people like they were raping each other?
Yeah.
Well, look at his face light up. Look at his face light up. Look at you, babe. What was the part last night? The other night, you were like, I just realized what
It
I
was
found
the
funny.
end of season 3.
Okay.
When they get Stringer Bell. Sorry, spoiler. If you didn't watch it.
If you're fucking 7 years behind.
Yeah. So Stringer Bell is in that apartment, looking at the apartment, and he's Omar and the guy with the Muslim guy with the bow tie come in, and they kill the one other dude first, and then they chase Stringer, and so the white guy, like the construction guy or the what's it called, the contractor, is with the blueprints in his hand. He's like. He gets scared and he hurdles. He's like, and he starts to like cry and hyperventilate, and he's just terrified. And they leave him alone.
Yeah,
but seeing him like how scared he was made me laugh really hard.
Oh wait, back it up. So the fear in another human being is what makes you laugh.
Well, honestly,
in
fear
in that context,
right?
That's
okay.
That's if you go
crippling
online,
human fear.
But it's not real.
And that's also traditionally where laughter comes from.
Being scared or fight or flight.
Like kind of like that's a form of laughter is like when you like kind of feel like you're better than somebody.
Yeah.
Or something like that or superior.
Oh, right.
That like comes out of you. Like I've read about this.
Right.
But I don't think what about the part in Henry Portrait of a Serial
Same
Killer?
thing.
My husband thinks that's a comedy. Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer.
No, but when Henry
Wait, which part's funnier, when he rapes the dead girl?
No.
Or
when he kills the prostitute, when he breaks her neck.
Okay, yeah.
His friend goes, he turns to him and he's like, because he can't believe that Henry just killed him. That's a really funny reaction. I'm laughing at the reaction.
Okay. I didn't laugh once during Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. Just so you know, most people don't.
It's pretty
funny.
But you could also laugh at
comedy.
like how crazy it is. Like how it's like a normal part of this
Right.
guy's day.
But that's an uncomfortable sort of like, oh my God. Tommy goes to like belly, like to the part, like how the audio is of him and his dad. That's the kind of laughter my husband gets from human suffering.
Right.
No,
and
not
murder.
from human suffering.
Yes.
Not from
know
human
you.
suffering.
I watch you
but
day.
you again have misled our audience into your
You're a serial
world
killer.
of lies.
But you don't really think that he's gonna
taken-
like he would kill you if he had the chance.
I think he might. He's told me on
Might.
occasions where he's like, if you cheat on me,
Like if he gets down off of
I will cut your face. I will stab you 1,000
That's
times.
a normal thing to say.
And then I will kill the guy. I will stab him.
if it was 50 years ago, that'd be normal.
Yeah, I know.
Totally normal.
Normal.
Yeah.
To say that to your wife, who with whom you have a
I will
loving
treat you like the
relationship?
Viet Cong.
Yeah, that's what he threatens me with that all the time.
That's fine. That's normal.
You call me Goebbels this morning. We did radio, and the guy was like, "What's some nicknames for your wife?" And he goes, Goebbels, Himmler, Eichmann, like all of Hitler's.
Are those real pet names, or those something
Yes.
he just came up with?
No, he calls me Himmler a lot. He's like,
You have
"All
an
right,
attitude,
Himmler."
and you're a propagandist because you make up lies like Goebbels. So it makes you mislead people.
Well,
you
Goebbels
say,
wasn't-
Uma Thurman won in a landslide. You
Okay.
lie. So
I don't
you're
think
like
Goebbels was.
Goebbels was an evil genius. Then
Yeah,
There
and
you
I don't
go.
think he lied about much.
He
He just
didn't
started
lie.
cutting things off.
Yeah, he just spun it to Hitler's advantage. So what? I'm fucking crafty. Sue me.
There you go. So who's the real bad one?
Henry,
You
the
are.
serial killer.
Thank you. Was that it with Top Dog?
No.
No way.
Should we keep going? We gotta
Yeah,
get going.
we got to get going, though. We got to
All right,
wrap this up.
Here's a little bit more. We'll go.
What happened exactly? Just tell me that,
Okay,
Ro.
we were coming in 60,
Yeah.
going toward regular 58th Street, and
Yeah.
he decided to turn left in an isolated street with no lights, 9:30 at night, completely dark. And I said, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I got the wrong turn." "Let's keep going anyway." I mean, why would we keep going
On a dirt road.
on a dirt road, no
wanted to see where it
lights,
went.
no traffic? I'm just curious. Do you want to say no? Turn around right away, or I get off the car. I was convinced.
What are you doing? Is he doing?
Rinsing his mouth and then he
Just
opened the
mouthwash in the car.
You have mouthwash in the car?
Yeah, and he does it in front of the hospital,
He rinsed his mouth out?
and he keeps it very proudly in top of the car.
So, when you turned down that, did you start to scream? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, she gets real nervous.
No, I got scared.
Yeah.
And I said, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Oh, I think I got the wrong turn." And I said, "Well, turn around." "Well, don't you want to keep going and let's see what is in there?" I said, "Absolutely not. Turn around right away. Right away."
And in your mind, your life was in danger.
I was watching. I said, "I'm going to be in the next one in 48 hours. They are going to catch this bitch." Because I already told everybody, if I die in a mysterious circumstances,
Yeah.
it's your God.
Why do you think that? Why do you think Dad wants to kill you then?
No, he doesn't want to kill me right now because he knows he has to go to heaven.
Yeah.
But I feel like he watched too many killings. It's the only thing he watched.
Killing.
Killing is the only shows he watched, unless it's football.
No, man, they kill each other in football too.
And if I try to make him watch something with me, oh, that's too boring, baby. We go to the movies.
Yeah.
If there is killing, wasn't that a good movie, baby? If we go to a movie, no matter what the movie's about, well, it was kind of slow, but it was good. You could tell that he's itch because there are no killings.
Yeah.
Do you think if the government called Dad and said, "We need you to kill somebody," that he could do it?
Yes.
Do you think you could do it, Dad?
Yes.
Well, you know, I think my killing days are over, obviously. But if the Marine Corps needed me to go back in and serve the country,
I love
You
it.
do that.
of course.
So if they asked you to come in, what if they needed you to be a sniper? You think you could do that?
Well, I could, but I think that, I mean, from the practical point of view, all Marines are ready to go back on active duty
Yeah.
in a moment's notice.
We'll just
love
leave it
it.
there.
That's awesome.
I love it. He's a good American. He's
got
a
a lot
solid
of-
The funny part
citizen.
is, he seems like the rational one, and she seems like the one. She doesn't seem crazy or anything, but she
Yeah.
seems like the one that's.
Oh, yeah.
Her opinions seem more unstable
Yeah.
than
yeah.
his logic.
Yeah. Well, that's why. That's why.
why
But you
Right.
still kind of. But you still kind of think she might be right.
Yeah. There's
Who
so much we
knows?
didn't get to. I'm sorry, we
Who
didn't get to
knows?
stuff.